University 2, the Garage Hack Project. I was asked to come and see if I could do anything with this garage door because it was old. The hardware was old, and they were not ready to get any new equipment, new hardware, or just replace the whole thing. I was asked to come and help. It was a few, or maybe a week had passed. I wasn't able to go and have a look at it. But when I went over, it was in bad shape. It was off, like it was off the hinges. And I thought, well, I'll just reconnect the hinges and get it back up. But that was not the case. This garage, the hardware system has been around a long time. The springs were, you can look at the springs and tell that they were rusted. They needed to be replaced. And the owner did not like these springs because an accident had happened, according to a friend of hers, and someone got injured. So I was asked to just get rid of these springs, and I thought, well, you can't get rid of these springs. They help lift your garage. You're going to have to replace the springs. But the budget did not allow that, so I was asked to see what I could do. I was asked to at least, I want to be able to at least get in my garage, do what you can do. So I thought, well, it would be just easier to just replace the worn parts. So I went to the Home Depot and I got 4 springs, not the spring to actually replace. I was not ready to replace the original springs. It takes skill. But as I watched the videos on replacing these springs, it was fairly easy. But the owner did not like the springs. I want to get rid of the springs. I just want to get in my garage. Okay, now this doesn't make any sense. However, I went to get some springs that are actually attached to the side of the door on each side. But this particular door, these springs were not designed for this heavy door. I mean, a light door, they can lift the door right up. But this door, they were not designed for this door. So I thought, temporarily, how can I hack this situation to get this garage door to open so there can be access until the situation is dissolved. So what I did was, first of all, I went through the procedures of getting the tracks lined up. The tracks were off. Some of the rollers came off. Got everything tightened back up. I went up and I tried to tighten these springs. I had to even hack that because this garage did not have the space for those springs. There was no room to turn those stems, to put the little stems in there and turn the spring. The space was not there. I had to even remove a piece of wood to even get this thing to turn. And not only that, I didn't order their springs. I mean, the rods actually go inside of the springs to turn them. I went to Home Depot and found a rod that fits. It was really long, and I had to cut it at least 3 times to get it to the size where it was workable. And I did that. So I wanted to see. I knew the springs were old. Well, I knew the springs were old. I just wanted to test them for myself, and I did. And they were old. Once I tightened them up, they began to bulge and lose strength. So I ended up rewinding them just to get the tension off of them and locked them back down. So I went about 4 springs. I put 2 on each side of the garage door and mounted them on a bracket along with the pulley and some cable. I took this cable, put it on the pulley, attach one end to the pulley that was on the original door. I brought my cable back to the pulley that was attached to the spring, and the other end of the cable attached to the bottom of the garage door. I did this on both sides, so now this garage door has 2 springs on each side, and I wanted to see, will this door open with these springs, which were not designed to do this with this heavy door, but maybe 2 springs at least get it workable until the problem was resolved. And I did that. I got my double springs, got my pulleys, and I lifted the door up. It went up, but I noticed there was a lot of tension on the bottom of the door. So now, later on, I'm going to go back and I'm going to attach extra pulley on each end of the bottom of the door and get it inside the track and attach it with some bolts. That's going to give it some more strength to withstand the pull from the cable. So this is what happened on the Varsity 2 hacking a garage door. This is what I did. So when I finished, it was getting late. So at the end, you can see the start. I lifted up the door. It went up smooth. So I'm just going to finish up the project. Not only that, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take. I have a lot of extra cables that came with the those springs. I'm going to insert some cables inside of each 4 of these springs and attach one end to the bracket and the other end to the mount that's on the garage frame. So in case these springs give away or break, they're not going to go anywhere. They're just going to break on the cable and stay there. They won't pop in and cause an accident. So that's going to be like a safety spring, a safety cable. Stand by. The Varsity 2 hacking a garage door. Varsity 2, the garage door hack. Something to get it open until you decide you're ready to get a new spring system installed. This one was worn down and the owner did not like the system, so I came up with this hack, and it gets the garage door open and until it can a new one can be installed, a whole new system. This thing is kind of worn out. It's just one side. I just put double springs on each side with pulleys connected back there with hooks. We got 2 separate hooks back there connected to the bracket. You have a pulley here. Got a cable running through from the pulley at the top of the guiding frame. Got the other cable attached to the bottom of the door bracket, and it works good.